Good afternoon. Hi, I'm Professor Elick. I'm recording this from my office this Friday afternoon before Memorial Day. And I wanted to get this out to you so not only you can see my face, but you can hear my voice and you'll get someone familiar with me. Now, as many of you have known, you have received my email already. My email just gives you a quick rundown of my biography and what we do here at Langston University, one of the best HBCUs around. Now, I personally am very happy to be here, and I'm entering my second year. So it's a lot of great excitement here for me, hopefully for many of you who have not been here before. And for those of you who have been in this class before, I do salute you for returning and finishing up. So I believe you'll do much better in this class. It's a different format than what you're used to. We will be doing a lot of things different than what you have observed before if you've been in my class. Many of you who have not, who are entering freshmen, if you've ever taken any AP course, you will see the familiarity of the class in that. If not, then get ready. Get ready. So no further ado here, let's get started. I wanted to keep this real short, and I don't want this to be too long, because when we get together on Wednesday at 1 p.m. Central Time, there will be more explaining of what we're going to do, how we're going to do it, and how everything's going to get done. I wanted to get this to you so that you can get this, you can review this, and you can set your schedule. Because when we do meet on Zoom, you need to be there. Because I will take your attendance in two ways. I will take your attendance being there, and you have to be there. And I will take your attendance by how you complete your work. So let's get started on how we're going to do things. Number one, what we will cover. In this class, we will cover general USA government, American government, plain and simple. And many of you may say, oh, Mr. Elick, I already know U.S. government, ha, 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 back and forth, back and forth. Well, good. And I know some of my repeats here in this class know U.S. government front and back. They just stumbled a little bit and needed to take it again. Perfect. But how many of you know that government affects everything you do? From when you brush your teeth in the morning and at night, to how you drive your car, how you breathe the air, when you drink water, when you eat. Everything you do, government has its input into it. Many of you are interested in social justice. And many of you are concerned not only with the Black community, but Hispanic, Asian, Native, and even poor white communities. Well, government has that. Government affects that. And if you do not know how to navigate your government, then those issues will not be resolved. My purpose for this class, my passion, is to make sure that when you leave this class, you will become an informed voter. Now, many of you out there probably would say, I don't vote. Why? It's rigged. Well, that's called alienation. And that is something that is being used to make sure you don't vote so you won't count. And each person who says that and tells their children and friends, and because they are influencing on their children and friends, you pretty much wipe out 100 votes. Think about that. By you not voting and telling other people not to vote because of things that you've heard from your parents, from people in your community, what you see on the news, what you read on the internet, you making a conscious decision to say, I don't vote or don't get up to vote. People who love and respect you, people who take your word as value, observe this in you, and they won't vote. And this attitude is passed down from generation to generation. Many of you have heard the terms generational sin. Well, lack of voting, lack of civic participation is a generational sin. Especially since the civil rights movement of the 1950s and 60s have come to pass. Minorities and other marginalized people have full rights under the law, whether you feel it or not. But if you don't exercise your rights under the Constitution, and you influence others not to exercise that right to vote, you have inadvertently made a good portion of the population not be counted and not heard. So the purpose of this class, my passion, is to make sure you become a voter, which is the one thing that is truly your responsibility, but is not required. If you fail on that, you fail your children, you fail your friends, you fail everyone. And throughout this class, I will bring this theme up to let you know how things have worked against marginalized people because of lack of voting and why it has happened. Now, for some of you that may say that question, it's all rigged anyway, then answer me this question. If it's rigged and you don't vote because it is rigged, why do so many people put so many impediments in your way to prevent you from voting? Answer that question if voting doesn't mean anything. Until you can give me a clear answer on there that is not filled with conjecture or superstition or just plain, oh, what am I, conspiracy theory, then you have really nothing to say at all. So at the end of this, vote. I hope I convince you. Now, our meeting times, our first meeting will be Wednesday at 1 p.m. Now, since this is a hybrid class, and when you looked at your schedule, you saw Monday and Wednesday, we are going to meet face-to-face on Zoom every Wednesday at 1 p.m. And at that time, I will take row. So I will get your attendance at that time, but I will also check for your attendance. So when you go out to Zoom, go out to Canvas, and in Canvas, I will include this links to Canvas. You will see this wonderful, beautiful thing here when you go out to Canvas. You go to the home page, the first thing you will see is my face, recent announcements, and upcoming assignments. Now, assignments in this class are for you to review all the lectures. All lectures in this class will be recorded. So I will go over every concept that will be tested in this lecture, and it will be recorded for you. So you can view it at any time. But understand this, watch these lectures. It's very important that you do. And when we get together on Wednesday, we will talk about different points, different concepts, and go over them. And this will contribute to your participation grade. All right, so one of the things you need to do is review the recorded lectures. This is the first one. Read the chapters. I know some of you, that's not your thing, but you must read the chapters. You must read to understand. If you're going to move forward in any career, you got to read, no matter how boring it may be. But one of the good things about this is that when you read here, you can go out to Pearson. Pearson is an ebook. And let me set this up for you right quick. I want you to be able to see this. Let me stop sharing that screen. Pearson is an ebook that is associated with our class. And what you would have to do is something quite simple, and you'll have access. Let me get to it. All right, and we will get here, go to your view, and I will share my screen again. All right, so when you get out here, you'll notice something, and I don't notice it yet, so give me a second here. I noticed it didn't pop up, so let's try this again. Let's try this one more time. Pearson, Pearson, Pearson. Where are you? There you are. Why aren't you showing up? Okay. Well, I can tell you this, people. Nothing perfect happens on the first try. It always is this way. All right, here we go. Now we got this together. All right, so what I want you to do, if you don't have your book, your textbook, your physical textbook, when you get in here, you'll see Pearson right over here on the left-hand side, where most of your items will be. You click Pearson. And when you do that, you'll see this, Open Pearson. Click Open Pearson. You log in. Of course, it's not going to work for me. And the reason why it's not going to work for me is because this site is a pseudo-student site. So it means the student doesn't exist. But I will take you to my site. And you will see all the different classes that I have. And we will go here. This is what you will most likely see. When you bring it up, you will see all of this right here. The first quiz will be coming up, and then the second quiz. But I want you to go to resources. You go to resources, you go to open book. And in open book, start reading the book. The book is available for you, but it's also a required text at the bookstore. Now, I know chances are they're probably telling you, oh, well, we have the ebook and everything else. Yes, but if the ebook is not your thing, make them send you a hardcover. It is your right. And then, of course, you start the chapter. American Government, Roots, Context, and Culture. That will be chapter 1. And start reading through this book. It is very important that you do. Understand what this book is about and what we're going to cover. Look at the infographics. Now, some of the lineup of how this book does things. I don't think it's necessarily needed, but I do understand why. And when you get to certain parts in here, different quizzes such as this, ignore it. Or if you're going to use it for yourself to see how you navigate through this. But quizzes, while in the book, right here, you are to ignore. The only quizzes that you will do will be the assigned quizzes on the dashboard, which once you click in Canvas, it will take you here and you will be guided to chapter 1 quiz. But that's how you get access to your book. All right, that's enough. So let's go back. So remember, review all recorded lectures, read all chapters, and then, of course, do all the quizzes. One of the reasons why you must be there on Wednesdays is that I may have a pop quiz. Yes, that counts. Or you have assigned quizzes that will be due. Right now, on Wednesday, you have 2 quizzes due. One, you have the U.S. government assessment exam. Don't worry about that. I want you to just go through that. I don't want you to use anything to help you. Just use your knowledge. If you are not sure what an answer is, just pick an answer. I just want to see where you are. And the second one is the syllabus quiz. You must complete your syllabus quiz. You must have knowledge of your syllabus quiz. And before you take your syllabus quiz, go to syllabus, right there. Click on to syllabus and read it. Yes, I know it's the most boring thing, and I know we're going to cover it Wednesday, but you should read it for yourself. It is worth it. It's worth every bit of it. It has everything that you need in here. And a few things that I may need to change, but you won't know that unless you review your syllabus. All right, so again, your first assignments are the U.S. government assessment exam, so I can see where you are. Don't cheat, because it doesn't give me a clear picture of you. I want you. I want to know your knowledge, because then if I have an accurate picture of your knowledge, I know how to direct my teaching. And do the syllabus quiz. You can't cheat with that. You got to use the syllabus. All right, so to wind this up, lastly, Zoom. I have just sent an event calendar for all of you. If you have not gotten it, contact me, and I will send it out to you again. It will be in your Outlook mail on langston.edu. But on Wednesday, before class, if you're not sure and you did not get your email invite, go to Zoom. And in Zoom is the meeting. Only thing you have to do is just join. You'll have full access to it. So things are not too hard to find. So if you have any questions about anything that I just went over, please email me. And I will try to get back to you as soon as I can over the weekend, but I can tell you that it will be very difficult. Most likely I will get back to you Monday afternoon or early Tuesday. But I just wanted to go over this with you right quick to get you a little adept to what is going on and to let you know what I'm striving for in this class. And that I am very proud that you're taking this class over the summer, for those people who have not taken it before or for those people who are repeating. But if you need anything, just contact me directly, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. I will have this posted on YouTube. Most of you will receive this via YouTube, but I will also post it in Canvas as well. So until Wednesday at 1 p.m. Central Time, may God bless you. Do well on everything you do. And for those people who know me, think critically. You take care. I'll see you then.